Hey, what is up? Um, so, as a sequence of events have unfolded, it is around nighttime, and I drank a lot of this earlier to do some work, and it's still there. So I decided, why not just spew some thoughts over a YouTube video. Um, I just want to talk about like what I'm thinking about in life. I made a similar video while I was walking a couple days ago, but then I switched out my phone, got this new phone, right? And when I was switching from that phone to this phone, like I didn't save the video, so it's gone now. But I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I talked about in that video, but also like overall what I'm thinking, what's going through my head. Um, God is good. God is amazing, and like the point I was at, like literally, like it's it's December 17th right now. If you look at my video that I uploaded on this on November 18th, like that between that and right now, like how much I was able to get done is incredible. It's insane. And like if you just look a month or a couple months before that, like I was not doing anything. I was like completely like lost in life. And I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was doing. I forgot who I was. I forgot what I was meant for. And I was completely just, lost in life. And it's crazy, how things can change, and it's not up to you. I don't think this is something that um, I did. I think this was God. All I did was pray to God, right? I asked God for help. And I seeked God, and I seeked um, his answers. Um, and I've been dealing with like, at least over the last like couple like weeks or so, I've been dealing with like, okay, like, because I feel like I've been trying to do things on my own, but I forgot that I'm not the one that got me here. Like I'm not the one that did, that got to where I am right now. It's all God. So like I've been thinking a lot about um, what it, what like what it's all about. Like what is the point of all this and things like that. And um, I think that my conclusion that I got to is like we don't do anything by ourselves. Like everything that we do comes from Him, right? And it comes um, from His words, from His purpose and vision for us in our lives, and that's where things come from. It's not from me. Like I feel like I have a really big control issue, and um, I want to control everything. I want to do things on my own, but it's not about that. It's not about you doing something. It's literally all God. So just to give you a recap, like over the last month, I started my own company, pretty much like a not a company, like my org, right? Like it's a sales organization. I don't like calling it a company because it's just me, right? I feel like business company really is like a whole operation. Like you have me, you have like other people, you have a whole operation going. Me, like I just started selling for myself over the last month or so, and I closed a decent amount, a handful of deals. Like it was like what I wanted. Like I wanted to close at least 3 deals in the month. I closed five, and it didn't happen. And when I wanted to close 3 deals, I didn't know if I was going to close 3 deals or not. Because like I need to close 3 deals just so I can get the upfront cash to be able to keep going. It's really all that was in my head. Because like I'm low on cash. I need to close these 3 deals so I can get some quick cash, so I can continue to run the business. And I ended up getting five. I got the cash, and I'm gonna continue to run it. Um, and I was just thinking about like, so what's the point of all this, right? Like, what am I doing this for? And I think um, first, I'm not gonna try to understand everything. Um, I'm not gonna try to control everything. I think a lot of that resistance and a lot of that feeling of helplessness comes from me trying to control things instead of just letting it go and giving it to God. Second, and I was just talking about this before making this video to myself, and I was like, when God is on your side, bro, when God is on your side and you have all these visions and you have all these things that you want to do, and on top of that, God is on your side, bro, you're not failing. No way. You would have to try to fail. Like, it's almost impossible to fail. So, um, he's he's with me right now, and I'm going through everything that I'm going through with him, through him, and that's really the most important thing. And um, change my life, right? Like, change my reality. Like, your reality can change super fast, right? If you're aligned, like if you have a vision, a purpose, an identity, and all that is aligned and it's aligned with God and what God has for you, and you put him at the center of everything, you put him as a foundation of everything, and you go out and you just work, right? Like, things change. Like, your reality changes, your habits, your focus, your identity, like everything changes and everything just becomes aligned. And I truly, genuinely believe in that. Even if, like, in the beginning, and even right now, I feel resistance to that, right? I feel resistance to that reality. I feel resistance to that way of being, envisioning that, right? And sometimes it's like that at the beginning, right? But with repetition and with prayer and with seeking God and with abiding in God, it will change. You will be more open to it, right? And I genuinely believe in that. So I know this is just a lot of yapping. I'm just kind of like spewing all my thoughts into this video. It's not really you know, it's not really aligned to everything, but I make these videos just to document my journey, just for me. Like, at the very least, for me. Like, if people are able to see it, I'm able to make some new connections and meet some cool people who are also doing the same thing. Like, great. Like, that's my like other goal with this. But like, at the very least, I have this to look back on when I'm like further down my journey, and I can see how things went, right? Instead of just it all being a blur. Like, I can make these videos once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, and I can see what things happen. So, um, yeah. So this is in the works right now. Um, Main goal is to just build this up to 10 plus deals a month is what I'm trying to get this over to. Um, it's very doable, like extremely doable, to the point where like it's kind of like too easy. Like, what am I missing here, kind of thing? Because like, I did 5 deals, and I didn't even have SMS. I didn't even have emails. Like, I wasn't doing any. I was just leads, calls. That's it. Just leads, calls. No texting, no SMS, no AI, no emails. Not even following. Like, just literally just calling the leads that pop up. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's almost too easy to like. I feel like the goal of 10 deals a month is just too low. I feel like I can go a lot higher, but I don't know. Like, that's where like things happen. It's like, what the heck? Like, why is this so easy? Maybe like there's a big lesson coming, and like it's not as easy as I think it's gonna be. But maybe it is. You know. But um, that's also part of the resistance, right? Like, when you're winning and you're like going and you're actually doing what you said you're gonna do, you got to deal with the resistance part of it, because your identity is gonna reject that. Because like, just 2 months ago, I was in a completely different place, doing nothing all day, making no money, like, and to go from there to making like 6 figures a month is like, your mind has, your subconscious needs to catch up. You know what I mean? And it's gonna resist that. Like, initially, I feel like that's what I've learned so far, is like, that's how things work in terms of your subconscious. Like, unless like you have to just put in work, like subconscious mind work, to make sure that your subconscious is ready for that. Because you actually have to be ready for it. That's the thing. I have to be ready for it. I have to be ready for the success. I have to be ready for the revenue and for the deal flow and for the business success. You have to be ready for it. If you're not ready for it, you're gonna crumble. And I have crumbled before in the past. I don't want to repeat that. So it's very, very important for me to do subconscious mind work to basically get rid of all the resistance, and also be aware that the resistance is not me. The resistance is the old man. There's this concept of the old man in Ephesians 4. The Bible talks about, letting go of the old man and becoming the new man. The former conversation of the old man and transforming into the new man. Basically, letting go of your old past self, your sinful, um, just lazy, like unproductive, just the evil part of you, right? That's the old man. That's a former conversation. Letting that go and becoming the new man, and that's hard. Like, and for me, it's like, why am I like feeling so much resistance? And it's like, I have to understand that it's not easy, right? And when you're actually going through it, it's a process. It's a process to change that, and it's okay. And I'm learning how to let go of that control to need to change it right now, and saying it's okay, letting it go, giving it to God, praying, right? I haven't been praying as much. Praying, abiding in his presence, seeking him, asking him for help, and being patient and being okay with it taking a little bit of time for me to catch up to that. So that's what I'm going through right now, is just being able to match that energy of where I want to be, and understanding what that is, even though I don't see it. Like believing in the unseen, like praying to your Father who is not seen, and your Father who is not seen rewards you, right? I think that's how it goes. I'm paraphrasing, but faith is believing in the unseen. That's what faith is. So even if you don't see it, even if you have resistance towards it, you still have to keep going, and you still have to believe and have faith that one day you will see it. One day it will happen, and it will make sense, and you will be able to abide in that. So that's what I'm going through right now. A little bit of a break time. I don't want to take this break because I have so much momentum right now. But it's December 17th. It's Wednesday. Next week is Christmas week. Not the best time to be running ads. I don't also want to be like too lazy to where like I don't do anything. But I also don't know that like if I run ads and call leads, it's going to be waste. But I also don't want to use that as an excuse to not do anything. And I'm also going on vacation next week. I'm also going on to Austin, Texas next week. And I actually have to really like make sure that I stay on the path while I'm in there. Like I don't get distracted. I don't get derailed on this momentum that I'm on while I'm there. And hopefully use that as motivation and like perspective, like having new perspectives and seeing things and being in a new city and better weather, and that motivates me and gives me an idea. And it wasn't too expensive, and I'm not really spending a lot of money, so it's okay. And it's during December, Christmas week, where not a lot going on in this whole industry. It's just kind of like a building and getting ready. I'm gonna have my laptop. I'm gonna have meetings and conversations with Leon, who is going to be doing this with me. Just had a call with Leon today. He's going to be doing all this with me. So that's going to be really interesting. I have really amazing visions. I had like really cool visions of this summer of being with him and building things with him. But it didn't work out because I was still battling with internal stuff. But now everything is like, I'm free and I can really focus on this and build something with Leon. And that's really what I want. That's really one of my big visions, is like, I want to build and grow and change my life and change my reality with other people doing the same thing, like with other young people who are in the same shoes, same path with me. And there's a really cool video I saw of this one trader guy. I forgot his name. He's a trader. It's like a Japanese trader, and he was making like a apartment tour video, and he got like a really cool apartment in the Burj Khalifa. And as he was doing the tour, it was like a nighttime. Like he has like a daytime tour, and he has a nighttime tour, and it was like so inspiring. And something that inspired me so much is like he was doing the nighttime tour and like showing the view from, like, imagine this is like midway through like the tallest building in the world. It's the Burj Khalifa, and he's showing like a view of the, like a tour of the view. He's like showing us a view, and he's like, oh, like over there, like in that building, over there in that window, that's my friend. And I'm like, bro, like that's what I want, like I want to be like on a building and living there, and then I look across and I see one of my buddies who's also in that building, and it's like, oh, he lives over there, And then he like, that's my buddy, he lives over there. That's my buddy, he lives over there. And just being and doing it all together, and changing our lives together. Like, and like, when it comes down to it, like seriously, like changing my reality and changing like and somebody else's reality, changing at the same time. That's an unbelievable experience to have. And I want to experience that with somebody. And yeah, I think it's going to be really cool working with Leon and building towards this. And can't wait to work with more people on a similar path to me that I'm on. So, and you know, with that comes and develops as more. I become more aligned with my identity, with myself, and understand myself even more, and be more aligned with God even more through that, and do everything according to how God wants me to do things. So that's it for this video. That's where I'm at right now. I know this is just a whole blab, and it might not make sense to a lot of people, but at least I have it for me for later down the line. So cool. Peace. Bye.